Good afternoon, or whatever time of day it is for you. And welcome to day 12 of Mind Right Countdown. I am your host. No, I'm just I'm playing. But no, for real. I am Toya and I run my Purple Song home, and I have been doing a series on counting down to 2026, and we are almost there. It is the 30th. It is the 30th of December, and if you've been following along this time, thank you for being with me. To new viewers, welcome. And I'm going to jump right into the topic that I want to discuss. It is about self-love and boundaries. What I am a strong believer in is protecting your peace. Peace is important in 2026. I think a lot of people misunderstand what boundaries are. Boundaries are not about rejection. Boundaries are not punishment for people that you love or care about, and they're not, and it's not being selfish. Boundaries are an act of self-love, and when done biblically, they're an act of obedience. So when we are going into 2026, it's not a question about what you're leaving behind in 2025, but it's what are you protecting in 2026. So let's start by really talking about what boundaries are. Boundaries are limits that protect what God has entrusted you with. Your peace, your time, your energy, and most importantly, your emotional health. If God tells you to protect your heart, that means that access to you is not unlimited. Boundaries don't block love. They protect it from burnout. They protect it from resentment. They protect it from misuse. Many of us were taught that love means over-explaining or over-giving or overextending. But Jesus did not live that way. Jesus loved deeply, but he did not overextend himself. If Jesus did it, I can do it. If he practiced boundaries, then we all are allowed to do that as well. This is how I want you to set up your emotional and spiritual boundaries. Ask yourself these 3 questions. Where do I feel obligated but resentful? Where do I feel anxious instead of aligned? Where am I explaining myself too much? I know tons of people that do this. Peace is a signal. Pay attention to it. The second thing I want you to do is release the need to be understood. Not everybody will like your boundaries. Some will resist them, especially if they've benefited from your lack of boundaries. Your peace does not need approval to be valid. And remember this very important one. No is a complete sentence. You don't owe a thing to anybody. Boundaries do not require long explanations. They require clarity. Remember that. And you know I have an exercise for you. So I want you to write this heading. I'm entering 2026 with, and then choose what applies. I'm going to give you some examples. So you could do this boundary. You could do an emotional boundary. You could say this. You could say, I'm not available for conversations that compromise my peace, but I wish you well. Or you could do a time boundary. You could simply say, I'm being more intentional with my time right now, so I won't be able to commit. That sounds good to me, right? Or you could do a relationship boundary. I care about you, but I need to step back for my emotional and spiritual health. I think in 2025, I hate to relate everything to a man, but I know that when I would talk to certain men, getting to know them, I have absolutely said, for my peace and for my mental health, I can't talk to you anymore. I have said that. So there is nothing wrong with saying that. Or you could just do the guilt-free no. It looks something like, that just doesn't work for me right now. I know my sister is known for saying that just doesn't work for me right now. And there is nothing wrong with saying that. That one does not need any kind of explanation at all. That's a nice way of saying no. So I want you to speak this out loud. I honor God by honoring my limits. I choose peace over people pleasing. I am allowed to say no without guilt. Boundaries protect what God is growing inside of me. And here's our daily prayer. God, give me the wisdom and courage to protect what you've entrusted to me. Teach me to love without losing myself. Help me set boundaries that honor you and guard my peace as I enter into 2026. Amen. All right, y'all, we are done with day 12, and I will see you in day 13. Bye for now. I do want you to remember this, though. Boundaries don't push people away. They make room for peace. Okay, I'm gone for real now. Okay, bye.